In an effort to increase ticket sales to Saturday's football game against Ohio State, IU hosted a pep rally in Dunn Meadow to pump up fans for the biggest game of the season thus far. From Tom Crean to Bill Lynch, the sound of excitement could be heard all over the campus as the Hoosiers prepared for the Buckeyes. Sam Dewig has more from Dunn Meadow.
In order to get ready for the most anticipated game of the season, Hoosiers from all across campus come out to Dunn Meadow Field to hear from basketball coach Tom Crean, football coach Bill Lynch, and perhaps most importantly, to roast some Buckeyes.
Ohio State's fans have come in groves. They've kind of looked at it where they can come over to Bloomington and they kind of take our stadium over. Not tomorrow is right. And it starts with you.
I'm more excited than I have been for any IU sporting event since I've been a student here, especially after last week. I think that really, kind of gave this whole atmosphere at IU kind of a little boost, knowing that we can compete with high-level teams.
I want you to be able to think back to remember that night in October when Ohio State came in as a top 10 team and the Hoosier Nation came in full force and Indiana football showed what they could be about.
Though the game against the number 9 ranked team in the nation was on everyone's mind, pride in all 24 sports, pride in the fans, and especially pride in the university was the driving force behind the entire assembly.
In order for Indiana athletics to go, our football team has to get your support. And after football, men's basketball has to get your support. And after that, we have a volleyball team that's really ready to emerge.
Sports are for real here. 24 sports, one team. Well, you're a part of the team too. It doesn't matter if you ever lace it up, if you ever kick a field goal, if you ever shoot a basket. We are all in this deal together.
24 sports! 24 sports! 24 sports!
But there is no place that has got fans like Indiana University, because no place has students like Indiana University.
Keep believing in your university. And as you believe, we're going to compete. And as we compete and see you out there, we're just going to keep getting better. And one day, those 24 sports, one team, we're going to all emerge. And it's going to be because you believed win. Thank you for what you do.
Although the Hoosiers did lose to the Buckeyes, a sold-out stadium may be the sign that everyone was looking for to show that we are indeed 24 sports, one team. From Dunn Meadow Field, I'm Samantha Dewig, Hoosier Sports Night.
In the world of college sports, there are frankly few fans that travel as well as Ohio State aficionados. However, now with increased student ticket sales, IU saw the largest crowd of the year and a huge student section of over 11,000 people packed in the Memorial Stadium to cheer on them Hoosiers. Brandon Walker-Roby caught up with the raging Indiana fans on their reaction to the hype, passion, and attempt to silence the Buckeye Nation in what some of them were calling Horseshoe West.
I'm here in Memorial Stadium in the first sellout crowd since IU's added the new North End Zone facility. Student Athletic Director Fred Glass took it upon himself to stretch the student section out to 11,000 just for this game and hopes to beat Ohio State for the first time since 1988. Let's go Hoosiers! Let's go Hoosiers!
He has a great excitement about him. He's a Hoosier himself. He come out here bringing the excitement to the Hoosiers. I love his enthusiasm on what he's doing with the football program. So, I just really like what he's doing with the team. And you can see, as you can see, it's really taking a turn for the best.
It brings more school pride, and it's a lot better. A lot of people are more excited about the football games and just want to come more. So I think it's a good thing.
The Indiana Hoosiers, now 3-2, still have plenty to be excited about. And even though their record is close to 500, they can still say one thing. They had a sold-out crowd with most of the fans on their side. Reporting from Memorial Stadium, I'm Brandon Walker-Roby, Hoosier Sports Night.
After one of their best starts in program history, the Indiana women's soccer team struggled as Big Ten Conference play began. The Lady Hoosiers dropped their first 2 conference matches last weekend and were looking to rebound at home against Michigan State. Here's Mike Flasterstein with more.
With just 21 seconds left, Indiana's Carly Stamp scored a goal to put the Hoosiers on top 1-0 and hand Michigan State their first loss. Indiana outshot Michigan State 25-5 and held the Spartans to 0 shots on goal.
That's a goal for your Indiana Hoosiers!
It
was a terrific game. Thought we played probably the best we've played for many years. One of the best soccer performances as far as moving the ball, the pressure we put on the other team, and just even if we'd have lost that game or tied it, I would have been very happy with the actual performance of how they played.
Everyone on the team had a lot of shots today, so I mean, we put a lot of pressure on them, and that's what we needed to get the win. So it was a great team effort.
As for starting 0-2 in the Big Ten Conference, this victory against an undefeated Michigan State gives them a lot of confidence going into the remaining Big Ten matches.
To put that over on a Big Ten team, that's the significant part, because that puts us back in the kind of race, not only with the points of getting a win, but also the fact that psychologically it's kind of rekindled the girls to say, okay, no, actually, yeah, we are a good team, which is what they believed all the way through maybe last weekend, and then losing 2 games by a goal up in Wisconsin Northwestern. That just probably just knocked their egos a little bit, and maybe had them looking back at themselves, thinking, okay, maybe we're not where we thought we were. But performance like that reassures them that they are a very good team.
The game-winning goal gives Carly Samp a total of 4 goals and a tie for the team lead.
She took some great shots tonight, and it was a good mixture as well. I mean, she finished a great chance at the very end there, but she had a terrific strike here with her right foot. She had a great left-footed volley that missed on the near post in the second half. So I'm very happy for her, because we pushed her hard to keep saying you got to take a poke at goal when you get in all these good positions. Otherwise, you're not going to get the goals that you should.
At Bill Armstrong Stadium, I'm Mike Flasterstein, Hoosier Sports Night.
Indiana women's soccer had a big conference game Sunday against the University of Illinois. Hoosiers came into the game looking to move into 2nd place in the Big Ten standings. However, the Illini lived up to their name of their mascot as they put up a fight against the Hoosiers. Told you there were more bad punts to come on the way. Hannah Helpert has more.
This past Sunday, the women's soccer team played against the Illinois Fighting Illini at Bill Armstrong Stadium. The 9-3 Hoosiers came in as favorites and answered early in the half when Devin Beach put Indiana up in the 9th minute.
Well, it came from a first-time, I believe it was a first-time ball from Chloe, and it went over the top, and I made a pass past our forwards behind their defense, and then I was one-on-one with the goalkeeper and just slotted it wide slotted it behind the goalkeeper so she couldn't get it.
However, the Fighting Illini didn't waste any time as Marissa Mikens scored on a free kick to tie it up. From there, both teams played a constant battle of possession, each with their fair share of scoring opportunities. After forward Carly Samp was injured in the first half, the Hoosiers were pressured by the Illini's offense, creating some struggle for IU's defense.
Well, I thought in the first half we gave them way too much time. When they came back for the ball, we weren't pressuring it and allowing them to turn and face us. And that's just, we can't allow them to do that when they're talented forwards.
In the second half, IU's defense came back strong, and their offense gave a solid effort, led by Herrera, who had 2 shots on goal.
The adjustment was to get tighter, both at the back and in midfield, and if they check for the ball and look to get it, disciplined defending to force them to play backwards. And I thought second half we did that, top shelf. I mean, it was well done from that side, and I thought we gave them very few chances in the second half.
However, neither team managed to score, resulting in overtime. No goals were scored in overtime, and the game ended in a 1-1 tie. Despite ending in a tie, the Hoosiers felt they played a strong game overall.
Well, we would have liked to win, but I think we played real hard, and coming off Friday's game, we expected a lot from the team, and we still played well. And I think we just got to keep working on the little things for the next game on Thursday. But overall, I think we did pretty well.
The Hoosiers are now 7-0-1 from Bill Armstrong Stadium. However, they're 1-2-1 against Big Ten opponents. With Purdue coming up this next Thursday and Carly Samp out with an injury, the Hoosiers must find a way to play well against that team from West Lafayette. For Hoosier Sports Night, I'm Hannah Helpert.
The men's soccer team traveled all the way to California to play against the Gauchos of the University of California, Santa Barbara. The matchup of 2 top 15 teams looked better on paper as the Hoosiers clearly felt some jet lag. Santa Barbara ran all over Indiana with a 3-0 victory. The Hoosiers tandem of Will Bruin and Andy Adler combined for 6 shots on goal, but there is not enough to stop the Gaucho attack.
How about them field hockey Hoosiers? IU field hockey completed a very successful weekend in Iowa City with 2 big wins. They began the weekend with a 2-1 victory against Big Ten opponent Iowa and ended the trip with a 1-0 shutout against Cal. Morgan Fleetwood scored 2 of the 3 Hoosier goals this weekend, including the lone goal against Cal.
Indiana men's golf finished in 10th place over the weekend at Wyndon Memorial Classic in Glencoe, Illinois.
Yeah, Glencoe.
Ben's hometown.
Woo!
Sophomores David Erdy and Chase Wright led the way for the Hoosiers in this tournament by each finishing in the top 25 for the second time this season.
If you haven't been to Glencoe, it's beautiful. Coming up after the break, we'll send you out to the University Gym where IU volleyball tries to continue their early success against Minnesota.
We will also be taking an inside look at what it is like to be a foreign-born athlete at IU as Mary Deneen talks with 2 IU tennis players who are a long way from home.